Welcome back to another video, guys. So today we're gonna be doing part 3 of the best cars for every single price range in Driving Empire. Now this part there are gonna be a couple cars that have like different versions of most cars. So some cars might be a little bit repetitive. So which there are gonna be a couple examples of. So without further ado, let's just quickly get started because this one is going to will be a slightly longer video as we are going to go over probably every single car up until around the $1 million price range. So without further ado, let's quickly go ahead and get started because we have probably 11 to 12 cars to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. And real quick, like I said in the last video, I won't have all of these cars in my inventory, which that's basically a very professional way of saying I do not own some of these cars at the moment, but I might have owned it at one point. But I'm not gonna buy it because obviously I'm saving up for some things right now. They're pretty important to me. Anyways, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get started with this video. So first up, we have the McLaren 720S Coupe. This thing has a top speed of 212 miles an hour, acceleration of 48%, handling of 45%, and braking of 40%. And I believe maxed out, this thing goes 254 miles an hour, 63% acceleration, and I don't remember the other two, but that's about as good as I can get it. And I believe with nitrous, it can go 282 to 283 miles an hour, which is really good. Anyways, enough being said, it's overall a pretty good car. Next one, we have the Noble M600 Speedster. This thing has a top speed of 232 miles an hour, 57% acceleration, handling of 49%, and braking of 32%. Now, before I'm about to get flamed in the comments saying, "Oh yeah, this thing is literally the same thing as the M600 Coupe." Well, if you want something a little better and you have a little more money, why don't you just buy this little buddy? And just saying, I didn't have to make these videos, no offense, guys. So, this is pretty good advice for you guys because I'm still not exactly a big YouTuber myself. So, I honestly feel like I can say I have more experience than some of the big YouTubers because obviously I'm a noob and I owned a lot of these cars before, so plus I know the best tips and tricks. Well, some of them at least. Anyways, enough yapping about how good I am, which I'm pretty ass. This thing is only $208,000, which is only around $115,000 markup from the coupe version, and I believe it goes 278 miles an hour without boost maxed out, and with boost it goes 307, and I believe acceleration is 57%, and I think the stats might be the same on the coupe. Let me go ahead and check. Yes, and I believe braking and handling are about the same at 56%. It could be better. I'm not sure, guys. Anyways, that's enough yapping. That's pretty much it for this car. Overall, pretty good car for the money and whatever. And the final car, which we do, unfortunately, is probably in my opinion, one of the best McLarens like you can buy. Like, I'm not glazing this car because I love McLarens, as some of you guys subscribe to me might know, but this is the 2020 McLaren 720S Spider. Now, with the repetitive thing, this car is in that thing because it's just a Spider version of the aforementioned 720S Coupe, but this one I feel like is a little bit better. I mean, if you're looking for performance and looks, these two are not bad options, but if you're going for just looks solely, I highly suggest this. But we're not here about looks, we're mostly about performance. Then again, there's also looks thrown into that category too. So I recommend this one a bit more, even though the stats are slightly worse. By just a tiny bit. It has a top speed of 212 miles an hour, acceleration of 42%, handling of 45%, and braking of 40%. Now, I will explain that why this car is a bit worse on the stats is because it's a convertible. And as some of you guys might know that actually know cars, sometimes roadsters or whatever, probably I would say maybe about 80 to 90% of the time, the roadster versions of coupes are much slower on they could have the same top speed, but that doesn't mean they have the same acceleration and other things. So here are the max stats: 254 miles an hour, 53% acceleration, handling of 52, braking of 73, and 100% nitrous. Overall, very good stats for a very low budget car, honestly. I think this is one of my favorite cars on the list. It's a very good looking car, and it has performance that backs up those looks too, which honestly is something you can't really not live with in this game. So let's go ahead and take it for a drive, and let's go ahead and just spawn it in, and there's the startup, and let's go ahead and put the roof down, and let's go ahead and take it on a top speed run. So we are going 200, let's go ahead and get up to that top speed. We're going 254 miles per hour, and I believe top speed is around 282 with boost. I'm seeing 282, which, even though it's just a small difference, it's not bad. This car is really good, honestly. And plus, look at this, it just looks stunning. I think I've mentioned it looks stunning probably like 500 times, but you cannot love a car that looks this good. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. So anyways, let's move on to the next car on this list, which is going for $304,000 price range. So let's go ahead and just go back into customization, go to buying vehicles thingy. Let's wait for it to load, and let's go to the $300,000 price range. So we only have 2 cars in this price range because anything else in this price range is kind of butt. And then we only have 3 options. We only have a couple options, so we'll just list ones we have. So first up we have the 2025 Ford Mustang GTD. It has a top speed of 202 miles an hour, acceleration of 46%, handling of 56%, and braking of 58%. Now, these may not seem like good stats considering it's $350,000, but this is a newer car, and plus, it's a Mustang, bro. That's crazy. Plus, I'm pretty sure we all love Mustangs, even though some of them can look ugly as hell, but so we have this maxed out, fortunately, so we can go ahead and look in the dealer at the stats. So here we are. It has a top speed of 242 miles an hour, acceleration of 58%, 69% of handling, whoa, and 100% braking, which is really good. And yeah, this one, even though the top speed does kind of kill this car a little bit, it is an amazing car for the price. I will give it that. And I would say it sounds pretty decent too. Okay, it doesn't really sound like anything. It just sounds like a dying thing, but whatever, it's fine. So let's go ahead and go outside to the dealership and spawn the car in, obviously. So we're going to, let's go to this and let's go find Ford. And this thing I haven't used in a while, so I lied about the good sounding part. It sounds kind of yeah, so we are going a top speed of 214 miles an hour, obviously, and we carry on to a top speed of 270. I did not see that. I think I saw 270. Yes, I see 270 popping up on my screen, so that is how fast it goes. Overall, it's a really fast car for its price. Like I said, it's not the fastest. This car, like, straight line performance wise, but honestly, for $350,000 for a package this tight, I think it's pretty safe to say it's great. So let's go ahead and just casually drive back to the spawn without hitting a pole. Oh my god, bro. Jesus. Well, we'll just go back to customization. Find the next car. So, go to, thing. And the next car we have is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS 997.2. Dude, this one is also one that's not as good as some of the other cars, but this one does have good stats too. It has a top speed of 193 miles an hour, 50% acceleration, handling of 49%, and braking of 46%, and it's $390,000. So, it's pretty good. I would say it's not as crazy as the newer version, which is obviously the 992. But in my opinion, this one doesn't get enough love, and I really like this one way more. And it has better stats overall. So we have a top speed of 232 miles an hour, acceleration of 74%, handling of 57%, braking of 84%, and obviously the nitrous. We already get the drill for the nitrous. But yeah, this thing is pretty good for its price, obviously. And I would say it is better than the GT3, than the 993, because the 993 is just about acceleration, and the top speed's actual ass on it. So, we're not going to really talk about that one, even though it's still good, I guess. So, here we have the okay, I'm saying it's pretty good for all. I mean, some of the top speeds are actually look at this thing, bro. In my opinion, this is probably the best right behind the the final car we have on this list is going to be Porsche 911 much they're like decent track cars, I guess. Yeah, like who doesn't love a decent track car, guys? Let's be clear on that. So let's go ahead and go into customization, or well, the dealership, obviously. Where else will we get the car? So here it is. It has a top speed of 211 miles an hour, acceleration of 49%, handling 47%, and braking at 44%. And it's $400,000. That's expensive. So let's go into customization, and I have no idea why the car looks like this, but anyways, we're gonna change this real quickly because it's on the wrong stuff. There you go. It looks better now. That's all I gotta say. It says 253 mile per hour top speeds. Acceleration is 64%. 46%. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. My bad, guys. This was on a drift build. 55% handling, 68%. Wrong stats again. 81% and 100% nitrous. Let's go ahead and take this on a top speed run real quickly. I believe it's only like a mile per hour slower than the 720S and the ZR1, I believe. So I'm still just gonna test in case you guys are curious. Curious George type stuff. Oh my goodness. 281, I think I sold for like not even a millisecond, but I somehow scored. So, yeah, overall, this car. So, anyways, let's move on to the next price range, which is obviously gonna be $400,000 between four. We're gonna expand it a little more. We're gonna go $400,000 to $600,000 because, like I said, when like between like maybe like $200,000 and under and before the $1,000,000 mark, there isn't many great options for cars in this price range. So we gotta expand a little bit. Plus, I don't really think there's like an $800,000 price range, although there is like 2 or 3 cars, but the rest are just limited and whatever. So, yeah, anyways. Wrong thing, my bad, guys, but, let's go ahead and keep going. So the first car we have is the 2020 McLaren 765 LT Coupe. It has a top speed of 205 miles an hour, acceleration of 45%, handling 51, and braking of 44, and it has a price tag of $460,000. Now I don't have this car at the moment, like probably like a good majority of the cars on this list, but we do have its counterpart, which is the 720S. Not 720. 765 LT Spider. It has basically the same stats, except the top speed and the acceleration have swapped places. Acceleration's better, and the top speed's worse by like 1%. Since the Spider is basically the same, we can just go ahead and try out the Spider, which costs $520,000. We have the Halloween version like there's a couple entries, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Spider. So here it is. Do not mind my Lakers spec. I am not a LeBron James fan, no offense to the LeBron lovers out there. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys, but anyways, let me wait for this stupid thing to load because I cannot drive it, apparently. I think the game hates me, guys. Yeah, that was not funny at all. Okay, there it is. So, basically, we'll just, whatever this, anyways, I believe this, oh wait, I forgot to show the max stats. I will go back to customization in a minute, but we're going 244 miles an hour, and we're going top speed of 271 miles an hour. I think that's a pretty good car. And this thing, is only like 1 mile per hour worse and 1% better on acceleration. So those are the max stats. I'm not really gonna read over them. And we'll go over the final car, which is going to be another Ford. Now, I would just quickly like to say a lot of these cars. The Fords are actually pretty phenomenal. What the heck just happened to my phone? The final car list is the 2006 Ford GT. Now, this one's going to probably be one of the pricier ones. Well, obviously, we're going further down, obviously. So, as a top speed of 205 miles an hour, acceleration of 43%, handling of 58, and braking of 54. So, we do have this maxed out. So we can go ahead and, like I said, I'll just, like from now after going stock stats, I'll just go ahead and show y'all what the max stuff is, like, afterwards. So, let's go ahead and find it. Oh my god, I missed it. Let's see. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on to top speed really quick. Yeah, 246, and we're going at top speed of 274 miles an hour. Overall, really, really fast. That's little machine, and overall, I recommend this to a lot of people. It sounds good and looks so good. Anyways, I believe this is going to be it for part 2. I don't think there's anything else that's under 100k that's going to beat it. Now, I will quickly make an honorable mention for this part with the SSC Ultimate Arrow. Now, while it does have a great top speed, the rest of it's just terrible. Going over like overall good stats, like good acceleration, good or decent stuff overall is what's going on this list. So unfortunately, the Ultimate Arrow will not be making this, but I will put it as an honorable mention for top speed, along with the GT3 RS for its acceleration, obviously. So those are a couple quick honorable mentions I would like to mention. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this video of me yapping.